Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy new year. It's been a long time since I did a video, so I am back with a new one. I was actually just thinking about a video that I did, might have been last year or maybe 2 years ago. It was a favorite video, and it was so much fun rewatching that, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to film I'm going to film a YouTube video, and it's just really nice to document these things. So I'm back on here, and hopefully you get more videos soon, because I miss making them. So I am going to talk about some of my favorites from 2024. I have my laptop, so I'm going to be looking down. I'm going to start off with fashion, obviously. So there are a couple of stuff that I really enjoyed this year. I feel like my wardrobe is at a place where I just really know my style, and shopping is really easy because I know what I want, I know what looks great on me, I know what fits me. So number one is this Maj cropped blazer that I recently got, actually maybe just like 3 months ago. I love this thing so much. I'm gonna insert a picture for you to see. I love this blazer so much. I got so many compliments from it. It's one of those pieces that when you wear, you truly feel great. So I actually rented it from Rent the Runway. I've always wanted to try Rent the Runway just to kind of see what it's all about, and I was kind of in a mood to shop, but I didn't really want to shop. So I was like, okay, I want to try out some new pieces in my wardrobe without really committing to them. So I picked up a few pieces, and this one was truly one of my favorites. I picked it up, I wore it so much the entire month that I had it, and when I returned it, I was like, I really need this, and I kind of missed it, so I just decided to buy it. It's absolutely fabulous, absolutely chic. All right, so second on my fashion list is this bag. I didn't buy this in 2024, but I wore it so much in 2024. I've actually had this bag for over 5 years, maybe even, I want to say 6 to 7 years. It was a gift from a friend for my birthday back in 2028 or 2020, not 2028. We're not even in 2026. It's a gift from 2027. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? It's a gift from 2017, 17, 18, I want to say. It's a Ralph Lauren, and I love this bag. I really want to even buy it in different colors, but I couldn't find it. I've been scouting the internet trying to find a pre-loved one, but I've worn this bag so much, and it still looks fabulous. It's still in great condition. I do like, for some reason, I've been into red lately, like red. And it's the perfect size crossbody bag. You just like throw it on, it carries so much. It's literally still in great condition. I think I wore this bag in 2024 maybe 3 times a week, and it's just perfect. It has a little back hole, so you open it. It has some signs of wear inside, which doesn't even like bother me, because I've used this bag so much, and you know my philosophy is to have things that are good quality, that last, that you can wear and enjoy and actually feel like you're really getting your money's worth. So what a beautiful gift. I absolutely love this bag. Next on the list is a little jewel, a little joy that I thrifted, and I was absolutely just elated. I was so happy to find this piece. It is my Max Mara coat that I thrifted for almost nothing. It's so beautiful, it's so chic. It's got this high collar, and it's like a mock neck, like a little bit high. It's so warm, it's the perfect size, perfect length. I absolutely adore this coat. I wore it so much this year, winter, and now again I've got it out for winter, and I love this coat so much, and I know I'm gonna get so much wear out of it. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna keep the fashion list like that because I have so many other things, but I just picked top 3 from each category, and so that this video is not too long. All right, so let's go into beauty. I picked 3 things as well. Number 1, I'm gonna start with my foundation. It's the Dior Forever foundation in matte. I love this foundation, and I started wearing this, I want to say back in 2020. I've repurchased it multiple times. I don't even try out any other foundations. I'm like, this one works. I'm gonna keep buying it because I just love it so much. And then next is the Maybelline concealer. Most of you might know this. I did this in my minimalist makeup video that I did a couple of years ago, maybe last year. Can't remember because it's been a long time, but I absolutely love this thing. It's only like $8. It works fine for me, and one thing I've realized, it works super fine for me. This one is almost done, so I've actually bought another one. I'm still trying to like finish this all the way. I'm trying to finish this all the way before I can start this one, but I've repurchased it so many times over the past few years. I did try out the Dior Forever concealer that is like maybe 3 times more expensive than this. I had to return it because it was nowhere near this one. This one works so much. This one works perfectly for me, so love this. And you might remember this, it's been a long time, but I did a favorite, I think in 2022, and the MAC Ruby Woo, the red one, still a favorite. I don't think I've found any red lip that fits my complexion to perfection. This one, I mean, I haven't found anything better. The only thing I don't like about this is because it can dry out my lips sometimes, and then you know, it comes off. So that is the only issue I have with it, but so far it works fine, and I will keep purchasing until I find something better. I know I said 3 things, but I'm gonna add this perfume. It's Replica by The Fireplace. This is how much I've used it. I love this perfume. It was my 2024 signature perfume, I will probably say. Wore it a lot in the summer, no, in the winter and in the fall. It smells absolutely beautiful. I've gotten stopped. I know people say, oh, somebody ran behind me and asked me what I was wearing. I love perfumes. That never happens, and I don't think people do that. I feel like people try to sell you a perfume and tell you somebody ran after them and asked them what they were wearing. But it has happened a couple times for me with this perfume, where there was actually a man who stopped me and my friend on the street and was like, what are you wearing? And both of us were actually wearing this, so it was just really nice. It's such a beautiful perfume. All right, so we're gonna start out with books. These 2 were my favorite books. I'm not gonna go into the details and telling you what they are about. If you'd like me to do that, let me know. But number 1 was this. It's called Kristin Lavransdatter. It's a story set in the medieval era in Norway. Yes, in Norway. Such a beautiful story. I loved this book. And then this was a Christmas gift last year that my friend got me. She was like, I read this book and I thought you would like it. That's my love language, seriously. You saw a book and you thought I would like it and bought it for me. Just made my day. It's called Rules of Civility. I enjoyed this book so much that I went and bought other books from this author. This was the first one I ever read. He also wrote Gentleman in Moscow, and that one was absolutely beautiful. This one is set in New York City, I believe in the 1920s, and it's just like so beautiful and enjoyable to read. Like I love vintage, and it felt like I was inside New York's vintage era, like in the 1920 glamour. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's just such a beautiful book. All right, next, as far as like entertainment, I saw many shows that I really enjoyed, and I could say all of them were wonderful, but I have to talk about one. It was a concert, Sleeping at Last concert. If you know Sleeping at Last, you probably know how wonderful he is. And the show was at Carnegie Hall. It was absolutely beautiful. I've never been to a concert and actually cried. I was not the only one who cried. The lady next to me was crying. My friend was tearing up. People were just crying. It was the most beautiful show I have ever seen. I will just say that. He played with the Chicago Philharmonic, which was just really, really, really beautiful. It was a performance where you feel like the music is beautiful, but the person performing is also giving a piece of himself. I don't even know how to explain that. Like, you could see his vulnerability, his love for his craft, and just his heart for people and the songs that he write to people. And it was just like so beautiful. I also saw Westlife, which was one of my favorite boy band growing up. I went to that concert and I was standing there being like, 14-year-old Dinner would be so proud. She would be so happy to be here. It was such a great experience just being in a room full of a bunch of millennials singing song at the top of their lungs. Oh, I was so happy to go. It was absolutely beautiful. Another memorable, just another very beautiful, memorable event from 2024 was going to a soccer game with my dad. It was Real Madrid and Barcelona. It was such a great experience. My dad loved it. I loved it. Our family loves soccer, so it's just really beautiful to share that with my dad. And then, oh my gosh, I feel like I have to talk about this one too. I saw a few operas this year. Just gotten into opera over the last couple of years, and I just enjoy it. And my favorite is Rigoletto. So for those of you who are familiar with these types of shows, so I saw Rigoletto, and oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. This was the second time I saw it, and it was just such a beautiful performance. I would see that show over and over again and I would never get tired of it. It's just so beautiful. Let's move on to home decor. I have two things in this category, and one of them being my plants. My plants have been thriving so much in 2024 without really me making any effort, especially my fiddle leaf fig tree, which is right behind me. It's my baby. I bought it when I moved to New York City 5 years ago, and we've kind of gone through life together. I feel like when I'm doing great, she's doing great, and she's just like really thriving. My other plants are just really doing well. But one piece specifically as far as decor that I just love and I got in 2024 is my Jesus painting. I thrifted this painting from Salvation Army, I want to say. Yeah, it was from Salvation Army. When I first saw it, I was like, I want to get this, but do I really like it? So I left it, and then I went home. I was talking to my friend. I was like, I saw this Jesus painting at the thrift store and I really wanted to get it, and I actually just don't know why I didn't get it. She was like, yeah, just go back, maybe it might still be there. I live in New York City. It was still there. I went back and it was still there, which I was just so happy. And this painting, I just love it. God has been really talking to me a lot through art recently, and this one is just my favorite thing. I feel like all these kids that you see here represent me in one way or another. My relationship with God has gone through highs and lows, and I feel like when I look at the faces of all of these children, it represents every season of my relationship with God. When you look at one of these kids, you can see that, you know, some of them are like questioning, one is very attentive, and then you have this girl who's just leaning on Jesus, and she's like, yeah, you know what, I know I'm here, I'm just like good being here. You could be talking to other people, you could be blessing other people, I'll just like lean on you, and I'm content. So I've had those seasons. And then you can see this little boy over here who's like looking at him and almost like questioning, like, dude, are you sure about what you're talking about? I don't know if I believe you, I don't know if I trust you. I've had those seasons as well. So I feel like this picture here, this painting just reflects so many facets of where my faith has been, and it's all beautiful as long as Jesus is in the midst of it. I am going to finish up with a couple of lessons that I learned from 2024. One of it being, this one was it's really hard to come to an understanding of this. I think I've known this pretty much, but I think it really sat with me and sunk in truly this year, and that is, no one is coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. It's just like this realization where you have loved one, you have family, you have friends, you have beautiful people around you, but it's not until you yourself, you make the decision to change, the decisions to take risk, the decisions to love yourself, the decisions to be absolutely who God created you to be. Nobody else is going to be there to do that for you. They can support you through whatever it is that you're going through, but nobody can make you do the things that you don't want to do. Nobody can change your mind until you decide to change your mind. And it's such a liberating thing, but also a hard truth. And this year I did really realize that, accept it, and understand that even with God, like, there are certain, God is gracious, He is sovereign, and He gives us, whether we were good or bad, like, there's just, His mercies are always there. But there are certain things in our life, things that won't happen if you do not take the action by yourself, if you do not believe in yourself and trust yourself and take the risk, take a bold faith. No one else is gonna come and do that for you. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.